Emmanuel Macron has been warned to prepare for high tariffs on wine unless he starts complying with the UK's mandate on trade negotiations between the two. The French president admitted he does not think the UK and EU will have a trade deal by the end of the year. But John Redwood, MP for Wokingham, tweeted, "Mr Macron doesn't think the EU can manage a free trade deal this year. In which case he had better prepare for not having one. Would he like EU-style high tariffs imposed by us on all that French wine and food they sell us?" Meanwhile, the Prime Minister's office has insisted the UK will comply with our obligations under the deal but has repeatedly promised there will be no border checks on goods on the outgoing Irish Taoiseach Leo Varadkar warned Mr Johnson the withdrawal agreement is an international treaty and he expects the UK to honour that in full. This comes after the Sunday Times reported that officials in Taskforce Europe are seeking to evade Irish sea checks on goods passing from Great Britain to Northern Ireland. A spokesperson for the European Commission said on Monday, the withdrawal agreement has been signed and ratified by both sides. So it has to be implemented, that includes the Northern Ireland Protocol, of course. The EU General Affairs Council is set to meet this morning in Brussels to approve the bloc's mandate for trade talks with the UK, which will start. The announcement on Brussels' agreed aims, which could be controversial after earlier drafts contained what Downing Street read as a reference to the Elgin Marbles, is expected in the afternoon. In Westminster, the Brexit Inner Cabinet will also meet at No. 10 to discuss the UK's negotiation stance. The final agreement is then due to be published online and presented in Parliament on Thursday. Ministers are expected to commit to seeking a Canada-style agreement with zero tariffs, a proposal Boris Johnson and his Europe advisor David Frost have set out in speeches in recent weeks. But the push for a Canada-style deal could set up a clash with the EU after its chief negotiator Michel Barnier ruled out such an agreement. Mr Barnier has previously said the UK is too close in proximity to be permitted to compete with the other 27 member states on such terms. The Prime Minister's official spokesman, asked about the trade talks on Monday, said, "The UK's primary objective in the negotiations is to ensure that we restore our economic and political independence on January 1, 2021.